Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Head to Head podcast. You know, we are your hosts. It's your boy Mo over here, and I got my brother O over there. This is episode 6. We're calling it Cuts by G. All right, Cuts by G is the episode name today. Today we are bringing in a special guest. He's a good friend of mine. I played college football with him up here at U-Pike. We call him G. He has a successful business up in Jacksonville area, so Duval County, Florida. We're talking to y'all today. If you need a haircut, anybody, you need a shape up, you need anything to do with your hair, or you need a facial or anything, you need to hit up my brother, man. Cuts by G. Today we're going to bring him in. We're going to talk about his journey to entrepreneurship, his whole grind, how he got to where he is now. We're going to touch on the Muck Bowl also. He's from down there. He's from the Muck. So why not bring him in? That's one of the biggest rivalries in the nation, to be honest with you. And he played in it. So we're going to touch on the Muck Bowl. Then we're going to speak to him about his passion. How did he transition his passion from football? That's a love. He played college ball. How did he transition that passion from football into what he does now? And also we're going to talk about how did he find his niche? Everybody after they're done playing ball or whatever they done, they got to find what they're good at. So how did he find his niche? Then we're just going to have him talk about his business. And then, we got our regular sports wrap up. Talk about what's going on in the sports world. My Bucks was off today, but I know them Eagles lost today. So we're gonna have fun with that. But this is episode 6, y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Give us a listen. It's going to be a dynamic one today. All right. Welcome to episode 6. We got my brother here, G Da Barber. Welcome to the show, bro. Welcome to the Head to Head podcast. All right. Today's podcast, we gonna start it off. We're gonna jump right into it. We want to hear your journey to this entrepreneurship, how you built your empire, where you started from. Tell us about your upbringing, where G Da Barber grew up. How he came into the business. And how he came to where he's at now. So just give us your whole story, man.
Let's go to the first day I picked up the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the day I made G Da Barber. Because that day probably ties together me entirely. So this back at I was 10 years old one Christmas. And I got $50 from my mama. They got like $10, $20 from my granddaddy. They're the main two people who give me gifts throughout Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Granddaddy ride a bike about 5-6 miles to come give me another $10. So I ain't tripping on the altercation. But living in Pahokee, shit like that, single family home, mom, father, Jamaican. So really, when you come from the country, everybody know each other, things of that nature. So for me to find a good haircut, I gotta go to church folk. And this ain't no church folk, that's from the community. These church folks that's from the island. So it ain't no skin fade. You getting a straight skin.
Straight skin.
Only fade you want is after you see the mirror and you like, dang, you done yapped me up. So man, when I was 10, man, I took that money and I went to the corner store, One Stop. Anybody from Norwood, Florida, they know what One Stop be about. One Stop sells some of everything, from chicken to goddamn shoes, Air Force Ones. Might be Air Force Ones and a half, but Air Force Ones. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, man, I bought some Clippers up out of that bitch. That was 53 something. I think like $53.95, bro. I walked up out of that bill with enough money to buy a t-shirt the next day. I used that t-shirt as a cape because I ain't have no, no cape, whatever. Got a clothespin. And that's really how I started, bro. I started taping up people myself, first of all, doing like slight little attempts, small little attempts at the bottom, trying to make the haircut last when you get a little fresh one. And that rolled out to probably like 15, Then I started doing my homeboys. I started hanging around more people throughout the neighborhood. I had moved and migrated, and shit, ultimately, when I really locked in and when I really took it serious, is right there behind you. When I made it a U-Pike. Shoot, I was cutting, in the city, working jobs, whatever the case may be. I always seen cutting hair just as like a side hustle. Even when I went to school, shit, man, I caught the Greyhound up there to U-Pike. You know what I'm saying? It took me 2 days to get up there. Yeah, yeah, it took me 2 days to get a U-Pike, man. I left one day. Um, shit, I was all, bro, from Florida. I was all in Indianapolis type shit. Layovers in Atlanta, 8 hours, because I had to grind myself to get the ticket. I really put everything into a bag. I had clothes in one bag, and I had my clippers. And shit, when I first got up there, I remember my boy, I was with Jay and JP. So the first two people I met on the bus, I met Jay on the bus, and he was cool with JP. Jay was rapping, woo, woo, woo. Man, you say you cut hair, didn't it? You know what I'm saying? Jay, he quit talking, yeah, I cut hair, it's a room full of people. They're like, oh, nah, you cut hair. So that's what built the need for it, my understanding of the need. You know what I'm saying? Because coming from where I'm from, bro, you always knew how to survive. That's one thing anybody will tell you come from where I come from. You take anybody from Pahokee, Belglade, Clewiston, South Bay, you can put them in the desert. By the time you come back, shit, you might see an igloo out that bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they'll make something out of nothing for real. And when I came to pipe, man, I had nothing but my life savings for real. What I saved up from working and everything, I moved. But that ran out quick. And that first week I made like $350, $375 off cutting hair. And I wasn't charging them but $10, $15, my G. Like, when I say $10, $15, that's max. Like, them tips, I was really at like 7 and 10, I believe. Just to, not toot my own horn and humble myself. Like, I think I was like 7, because I remember one buddy was up there, where they say he was cutting for oodles and noodles or something like that. I was like, bro, I can't compete with that. Shit, nigga cut for oodles and noodles. That boy got a game. I gotta be 5 boy. He cut for oodles and noodles, because well, I'm from shit. Fuck whatever I'm talking about. That nigga cut for oodles and noodles. That shit like 7 or 8 cents for 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So having that up under my belt, and then seeing how not only cutting hair was cool for me, it was therapeutic for me, but for me, it was always fulfilling a purpose, dog. You know what I'm saying? In life and in general. And I felt like me doing that not only served the purpose for people to have, a solid person to go to, to get lined up and, airs up, it ain't gonna be no bullshit or whatever the case may be. But it was more than the entitlement that came behind the integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just a hustle for me. Like, I cared about it. You feel me? Like, I cared about it, and I cared about the people who cared about me, because for you to fuck with me, like, you had to fuck with me. You feel what I'm saying? And you may not know it or not, but you fucking with me really helped me be able to be me. You feel me? Support myself, or live the way I could be free, not stressed, have a smile on my face, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So even migrating from that, bro, to taking it to all the way now, the whole entrepreneur phase, right? G Da Barber really formed, bro, from coaching football in New Jersey, coming back after a failed program, just graduated, straight out of college. Shout out to EWC. Served my time there, did phenomenal. Mr. EWC, all those type of things. And when I came back and that transition really put me to the phase of, like I told you, I had to survive. I gotta do something, man. You feel me? It was like, shit. If I don't know how to do nothing else, boy, I know how to cut some hair. And I know in college, don't tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? I don't want Fastfood to come and try to get me, you know, buy and try to get his money. But Brian, college, bro, I made, with U-Pike combined, I made over like 60 bands. Like if you if you go back and check my books and look at my records, like I made untyped 60 bands. So that's over growth, time, in a certain amount of period. So when I came back, and you know, when you deal with certain things in life, where you try so hard, do so much to reach a certain point, you get there, then you got to start all the way back over. With me, I never take losses as a loss when I can find a lesson. So throughout the lesson that I learned in that situation, bro, I always remember to take the necessary steps. You know what I'm saying? It's never just about getting up and trying to run again, you know, because that's what you do in the beginning. You try to race to it, you try to get to it as fast as you can. You know what I'm saying? But then when it gets to that point of you done lost all your win, and it seemed like you farther than you was in the beginning, that's where you understand that it's the necessary steps that's gonna put you in the right position to win from beginning to the end. So coming back, bro, I hopped into the barbershop, no license, and I was cutting shit. I was in college, bro. I was cutting niggas for a dub. I had to go back to 15, humble myself. Mm-hmm. I'm in the shop from morning to end. I'm in the shop on weekends to weekends. I'm in the shop on holidays and holidays. Like, hey, if you would have called me in Connecticut, I'm in Connecticut with the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really in this bitch. I'm really in this bitch. This is really how I live, man, bro. When I say, just talking to some of my people who done seen me, you know, triculate through the whole business. I had somebody tell me the other day, and they called me and they humbled me. It was funny. They told me, they say, bro, I done watched you from 2012 to now. Say, bro, I ain't never share none of your shit. And when he said that, I was kind of taken back. I'm like, nigga, you ain't share none of my shit, goddamn, bro. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
That nigga say, I ain't never share none of your shit, bro, because where we from, nobody want to see you win. He say, I enjoyed your experiences as if I was that man. But that shit hit me to the point where I had to look at that bitch like, boy, God sent you to have that conversation with me? Boy, you ordained. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, it's a camera motion picture film? Because, bro, it's like I had to re-understand what I thought I already understood. You know what I'm saying? I thought I already understood my people. You feel me? The ones who you know there, but you know ain't there like the way you wish they can. Or you know that you think that you know that they can. But to hear some shit like that, bro, that put me in a mind state of, shit, one day, shit, it may not be the fact that he can share an image or something on Instagram, but the same thing like he shared with me, that message, if he able to share that with somebody else and have that same impact, that shit hit more than any view I can have. You know what I'm saying? That's what it all led to for me, bro. Like, even getting down to the business of it. Right now, I'm about to finish up and graduate Cosmo School. You know, big hand claps for that shit. Long ass time. Shit, 11 months in the hole. I'm so tired of school. I don't know how you got your master's. Fuck that.
Free, bro.
Probably that. Now, if a nigga didn't pay for it, now I'm probably, you right. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get that. But yeah, bro, I was in the fold, boy. I feel like I've been on probation lockdown, and Orange is the new blight. Boy, I've been in that bitch for a minute. But It's over now, bro, and shit, I'm about to hit the streets, man. I'm about to be outside doing what I love professionally, but in the industry wise, man, I got some things that's gonna really change the game and the world if they allow it. I know it's gonna be hard because it's too pure. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to mix your health insurance with your real health insurance. You know what I'm saying? And so just on the small, tip of that, getting people to think in that mind state and understanding what it really means to be healthy, from the inside out. So that's where I'm at with the business and the entrepreneurship, man. Look out for Therapeutical coming. If I could put a time frame on it, 2025. It's here now though.
25.
It's here now, but Therapeutical, man, that's gonna be a name. Well, it may not be household, but you're gonna be hearing that bit from somebody doorstep. Yeah, they gonna be talking about it on the bus or something, man.
For sure. So let's how would you see your surroundings growing up? Like, how did that really motivate you?
Shit. It was the opposite of having writer's block. It's like when you look at a sheet of paper and they give you a topic, right? It's like, so many things come to mind, right? But I'm coming from, bro, it's a blank page, but writer's block wasn't something that I was able to have. The only thing that was a block for me was not having a pen. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to have an ability. So for me, the thing that really pushed me to the max, dog, was always looking and trying to understand opportunity. And not having it, at large, at max as everybody else probably would be in different situations. Pretty much in the sense of, shit, coming from Pahokee, shit, oh no, shit. Pahokee, Berglade, man, that reason, it ain't really, sure. I think if you really look at it demographically on the web, I think it's at max, 9,000? And I don't even know where them people at. I don't even know where them 9,000 people at type shit. I really feel like it's about a good 2. And I'm stretching with 2. I'm being gracious with 2. But man, the only motivation you really had from my city was football. You know what I'm saying? That was, you either you know how some people be hollering out Moss and Randy Moss and shit like that. We ain't had that. See, we had Anquan Bolden. You know what I'm saying? That was the predominant guy you wanted to be. You wanted to be that type of guy, the male role model, in the city, and not just keeping it there. You know what I'm saying? We had a ton of greats. You know what I'm saying? Anton Smith. We had a few other guys that were stellar, not only just with football. You know what I'm saying? But throughout my way growing up, I came right behind Denard Jenkins and Nukeith Richardson and all them boys. So high school, bro, no lie to you, I wasn't the kid that thought I was gonna be in college. Like, that wasn't never spoken in my home. You know what I'm saying? So I had to find motivation and my source of energy through other outlets. And that kind of being just walking and transitioning throughout life, creating different pathways with friends, always looking. And it's like something somebody told me once before, like they picked up about me. I hear with my eyes and I see with my ears. You feel me? And that's something that I always kind of had as an ability and capability within me. Just being, I want to say, the last growing up and having to deal with everybody else's mistake being placed on me. It's like I had to move carefully. So pretty much having people say certain things like, oh, you can't do this and you won't do that, and more than likely that's not going to be something that you're going to be, was not only just motivation for me, but it led me to go out and see, you know what I'm saying, like why, like, you know what I'm saying, to understand really what is it that, you know, that's different from this person who has this title and me. So I feel like being able to have different models, I wouldn't say role models, because those weren't people that I modeled, you know, for me, but having different models who played a role around me led me to try to figure out which model I wanted to lead myself into be when it came to fulfilling that role. You feel me? So that was pretty much it, bro. Pretty much not having opportunity be given to me, but seeing other people have the opportunity and what that led for them to be. And me knowing that, you know, within me is something inside of me that I'm going to be.
Most definitely, man. So I got a question for you, right? So on previous episodes, especially the first one, we talked about like guys getting out of school. Like, you know how it is. Us Florida cats, you know, I know a couple Belgrade guys, you know, it's football down here, right? We grow up, you know, football is our way out. You know, we want to make it to the league, get rich, you know, set our people up, you know, for life. But in our reality, everybody don't make it to the league, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, once you're done playing, a lot of people go back to the crib and they stuck. You know what I'm saying? They have issues trying to find the next step in their life or in their career path. So with you were lucky, like you said, you found that niche early when you bought them clippers, you know, for Christmas that one year, right? So how will you tell them guys at the career right now that, you know, they're done with school, they didn't make it to the league, they're at the career right now, how do you find that niche to help you take that next step in your life so you ain't stuck and, you know, just repeating the cycle over and over, you know what I'm saying?
Let me retract. The best advice I can give someone, right, when it comes to ultimately overcoming all of that, is to really understand themselves, you know, understand and digest themselves like thoroughly. And what I mean by that is I kind of had this conversation, which is refreshing. I had this conversation earlier today with my brother. Like you say, when it comes to stopping the cycle, right? We as people, man, we live life the same way as we live life physically. And same way we handle people in life, where we deal with emotions, the way we make decisions, the way we handle adversities. That's like the same things that comes to what we deal ourselves when it comes to the dinner table, when it comes to a snack, when it comes to a plate or a meal. It's like the same thing we digest. It's the thing that supplies us our source of energy to be able to give back. Now, when I say that, I'm going in depth to where you got to be able to understand that you are what you eat. And that's not just, you know, theoretically. That's like spiritually, that's mentally, that's physically. You understand what I'm saying? And to be able to overcome any type of adversity, you got to feed yourself the proper nutrition to be able to achieve the goal in that workout. You feel me? You got to see it in that sense, especially if we coming and we speaking on athletes. You know what I'm saying? If you know you got to run 110s at camp, you don't need to be out that bitch walking around talking about I'm getting my power walk on, getting ready for camp. No, you need to be out there performing at a certain rate, you know what I'm saying, to be able to, when you get to that plate, you can digest that healthily. You know what I'm saying? Because and this is crazy. I just got a hair raising when I was about to say it. Think about it like this: you can't just eat healthy, right? You're gonna throw the fuck up because you are what you eat, and you gotta train yourself. You gotta prepare yourself. You it's not something that you can just come to. And it's like what you were saying, bro, because when you said, you know, I got lucky to it, it had hit me, and I was like, shit, hell no, I wasn't lucky. Like, for me, it was, I was persistent. Like, it was gonna be something. Like, if it wasn't Clippers, it was gonna be that pen that I found. I was gonna be a novelist or something. Like, it, and that's what it gotta be. It can't be, it can't just be a, oh, here it is for you. It gotta be, nah, this is what it's gonna be for me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that approach to anything, even if it's not what it's going to be. And I think for me, facing the adversity that I faced, going off from school, college, and everything, man, that was the one thing that really fueled me. Knowing that, shit, even if I ain't have fuel in my car, this bitch still gotta move. So I got feet, you know what I'm saying? And if it's a gas station up ahead, hey, I'll get there when I get there, but until I get there, these feet gonna fuel this engine. You know what I'm saying? It's like I told my little niece this, man, and I'm gonna end it there. And I just told her this the other day. It's not about it's not about the opportunity that you miss. It's about understanding that you missed the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever just think that it's opportunities that you're not catching, because that's when it is opportunities that you're not catching, because you gotta always understand that there is an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So it's just always a positive mindset for me, bro. Making sure, like I say, me, that's what I try to eat. If it ain't positive, I'm gonna throw that bitch up religiously. Like, and I don't know how it's gonna come out. I might throw it up, you know, I might yell it at you, or I might shit it at you. You know what I'm saying? I might make you feel this type of way, I might make you feel that type of way. But when it comes to me, especially when it comes to like life and problem solving, man, I just always try to be on that way. You know, it ain't no such thing as there is no way. You know.
I agree with that, man. I agree with that. There's always opportunities out there, man. And sometimes you just gotta try it out. You know, if you don't like it, just keep on looking. You know, there's opportunities out there, man. So you know that you hit the nail on the head of that.
Well, bro, listen, God ain't give you. When you're dead, that means it's over with. That means that you're right. You can finally say that. It's like one of my coaches said, all I have, I gave. All I did not have, I could not give. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, once you're able to salute yourself on that tip, you good. You don't stress nothing. You're able to go to sleep, and if you tired, you know, shit, I work for this. Like, it's real.
Yeah, man. You know, you said you wasn't lucky. Like, that was something that you persistent on it. You was basically practice makes perfect, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna transition that into our next segment. Passion. You know, you had to build a passion for what you do. And basically that's the same thing as athletics. You know, you was passionate about football. Shoot, you got to play at college. You played at a few different colleges, you know? So just talk to us on how does that transition from passion from football, like, did it transition from football totally to barbering, or Or like, is there any type of correlation in that passion?
Oh, it's definitely, man. Listen, shit, hell, you hitting it by accident, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, bro.
it's my G. There's no disconnect from passion with me. I'm passionate in this conversation right now. Like, you know
Hey.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm this regardless of whatever space it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's a big thing. You know, I ain't gonna do it if I can't do it like me. You know, and
I
I
feel
think
that.
that's where it came into understanding the business overall with me, because football's a business, my G. You know what I'm
It
saying? You
is.
know that. You know this. You
It
know that. You know
is.
college is a business. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We all done coach college, yeah.
We get the jersey and the amelia and all that shit. You know that's good and whatever. But it's a business. It's a business. That's the same thing like what they give you when you come to the functions and the after parties at work. You know what I'm saying? The parting gifts. You feel me?
Yup.
So when ultimately, bro, when I realized, dog, in college that not only football was a business for me, but cutting hair, barbering was a business for me. It was funny. It wasn't like, oh shit, I can make money. It was like, damn, I can live off this for real. Like, because for me, I did this because this helps me sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's calming for me. Like, playing football, being able to deal with, you know, adversities, frustrations, being black in America, applying for a job, can't get it, going for a test, studied all night and can't pass it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Being able to get those things out was a blessing for me to have football as an outlet. You know what I'm saying? And not just saying I use football in a violent sense or whatever the case may be. Like, intellectually, being able to digest an entire playbook in a week, being able to read and go over film and have something to be able to take my mind off the stress and the pressure of everyday life, of peer pressure, and being in college and not having, you know, it was those things that helped me sleep because it gave me life. You get what I'm saying? I was passionate in it because it fulfilled a purpose for me, and I was fulfilling a purpose in it. Especially like you said, traveling and playing for different teams. I ain't gonna lie, I wish, man, I could have caught that ring like y'all boys did at U-Pike. Don't salty about that shit. I wish I could have got the NBA.
Bruh, I ain't even catch it, man.
Man, listen, I wish I could have got the NBA right off. Like, y'all saw that nigga wasn't playing in the spring. We can't get until he was on in the spring. Damn, can I get a ring in that bit? But like, from playing with U-Pike, bro, playing with EWC, bro, traveling, bro. Bro, I'm from Pahokee, bro. I'm gonna let that be known, bro. I ain't scared to let a bitch know. I'm from nowhere. I'm from where a bitch to tell you, boy, it ain't shit out there. So for me to be in Memphis, Tennessee, Pikeville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, to be in West Virginia, Moorhead, for me to be in Ohio, for me to be like, football took me some places, Mississippi, Atlanta, Georgia. Bro, I'm from Pahokee, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that was at U-Pike with Jacksonville, Alabama. Oh man, like, places, bro. And ultimately, getting back to the passion of it, fam. I love what loved me, bro. Like, I love what loved me. And football may not have shown me, may not have spoken to me, you know, within the sense to where I can hear it, but internally, bro, I felt the love that football had for me because it was able to give me something. You know what I'm saying? Same thing like when it comes to cutting hair. Like, I can feel the love. You can feel the love from me. Like, right now, if you consider my child, Bama, shit, The next segment, chapter 7, you might have to cut everybody off and introduce the whole show by yourself. Still on. You feel me? Hey, listen.
Gosh.
Same shit. We'll twist it up and have the beer blown out. Like, bro, I love what I do, bro, because it's an energy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I cut my brother hair today, bro, for the first time, like, for real. Like, I think I taped him up before, but for the first time, I really cut my brother hair, bro, and I was watching him relax, enjoy himself, be at ease, and just talking to him, I know what he's dealing with. To be able to exude peace, right? You know what I'm saying? That's passion. That's my love, bro. Like I can't, I can't help but to enjoy that. To be able for you to come in, sit down with me, football, talk, you don't know a play, haircut, rap, somebody just fucked up your line. For me to be able to sit down, influence you, help you, guide you, and for you to do the same without even knowing, for you to be able to show me something in a different way. Hey, oh, dang, I didn't know how to explain that, but now I know how to articulate. Hey, dang, you got a different type of curl pattern in your hair. I never cut that shit before, but look at that, perfect fade. You know what I'm saying? It goes and it comes back. And it's like what O said before, man, that's something with me where I'm able to control the current of what revolves within my doors. And it's gonna always be greatness. It's gonna always be positivity. It's gonna always be something to where it's gonna go that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the passion come in for me, bro. It's from whoever it be. It's from you to me. But it's gonna always be in me. If you ain't even got it, bro, you can sit in my chair and be quiet. You think you're gonna be quiet. By the time I give you that mirror, you're gonna talk to me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something.
For sure.
Bro.
For sure. Shit.
Man, so hey,
Yeah, man.
you from Belglade, right? So we talk about football.
No. Stop.
Oh.
Stop.
Pahokee.
I will not let you do that, oh. You're not gonna do that today.
All right, check it out.
Pahokee just won 28-0. You gotta put some respect on. You can say Pahokee, but don't say Belglade.
All right, so you from Pahokee. So let these people know what it's like to be in the Mutt Bowl, man, because the Mutt Bowl is a nationally known rivalry in high school, known around the country.
Yeah. Happening
in little ass Pahokee versus Belglade, you know what I'm saying? A small, like you said, small country ass part of Florida. Unknown, you know, when they talk about Florida, they think about Disney World, Miami, Tampa. They don't think about the Mutt. You know what I'm saying? You experienced it. Tell the folks how it was like, man.
Man, you'll never see any town. You'll never see any town from any state, any two towns at that, from any state, create an atmosphere that can compete with not only the lower level divisions such as the NIA, the D3 schools, in attendance and participant, but can create a camaraderie, an earthquake within fan participation, within news and celebrity outreach, to the point to where you have a stadium that normally seats 5,000 at large on a Friday, reach up to the heights of over 40,000 inside, 20,000 outside, kicking off at the tee. See, now when I played my year, 2009, right? I'm gonna tell you something. We lost. Get that out the way, because you know you can't take out nothing but wins and losses come where we come from. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that out the way. But I'm talking about the atmosphere of the day. Okay? The ball fell off the tee 3 times. And I'm talking about this is a high school game. You got to understand now, they got analytics and all that shit out there now. See, we ain't had that shit right there, right? We ain't had that shit back then that could tell you that the shit be on the rich scale or whatever the case may be. It'll be going up to 10. When I say Bama, that bitch was rocking in there, man. It was rocking in there. I don't know what song was out around then, but all I know is the bitch played that "We Ready" and dog.
It's over.
Dog, you know high school, man. That was that game, right? I never envisioned myself going to college. Never. I not only was I from the country, but my people were from Jamaica. My sister was the only one who went to college, and she was way older than me. My sister even told me that she thought I wasn't college material, right? So when I say I never thought I was gonna go to college, when I played in that game, when I experienced that right there, I knew that football was not only something that I wanted to continue pursuing, but I knew if this was going on here, man, shit, I want to see what the fuck they doing at FAU, Florida State. I want to go over there because the shit on TV, that shit sound like when I go to them people house who got that surround sound, because we ain't got that shit on front. But when people house who got that surround sound, that bitch would be like, that little shit that be shaking.
Yeah.
I be like, damn, that shit, I be thinking that'd be special effect. But I felt that shit that day, bro. That's what it's like playing in the Muck Bowl. It's like playing in a college fucking game. And I'm not talking about D3 NII. I'm talking about, it's like playing Florida State, Miami, Florida State, Florida. It's like playing, it's like playing in a game, a real game. Alabama Auburn is what I compare it to. Me, that's what I compare it to. Alabama Auburn. Rivalry. I hate you, but I love you all the same. I hate you, but I love you all. That's what it is. It's like the bruh. Oh my gosh! I wish you could have seen it. And when I say they had a kickball game from classes, even now, like the Muck Bowl was just yesterday. They had a kickball game from classes all the way from 1980, 2020. Classes out there, whole classes. With different jerseys, having a good time, DJs, man, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time, man. Like we said, that's a nationally known rivalry, y'all. If y'all don't know about the Muck Bowl, shoot, you could Google it. You get on YouTube.
28-0, Pahokee just won and shit, man. Shout out to them boys, man. Blue Devils up in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Lock the gate, okay, lock the gate.
Yup. Pahokee done put it on them boys this year. But yeah, if you guys don't know about the Muck Bowl, man, you guys could Google it, YouTube it. Trust me, it's a nationally known rivalry. It's something to really look into. You know, it's one of the best football games every year nationally, and it's a high school game at that.
Between,
you know, and them
two schools, we probably put out the most NFL players in the state.
No lie.
Between those two schools alone, Google me and write me to my face if I'm wrong. But between those two schools, NFL, I'm talking about the made an NFL roster from that little town, them towns right there. We probably don't put out the most of them two states. And we got some top field names that y'all know: Denarius Jenkins, Anquan Bolden, Larry Fitzgerald, Kelvin Benjamin, Travis Benjamin, Alfonso Smith. Come on now, talk to me.
Fred Taylor.
Hey, what is Garcon? Begley. Come on, it's a lot of talent that come from the Muck, man. It's just not represented all the same, but it's coming though in different ways too, not just football.
Yeah, they be saying I remember in high school we used to have this thing, and I ain't believe it, but I come to find out that it's actually true. That they be down there, they burn like the sugarcane fields, and they be chasing the rabbits out there. I'm like, man, that's wild. And my homeboys be like, yeah, that's how they get so fast, and that's how they cut and stuff like that. I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
Now, see, I was in the house when they were doing those activities. But I got partners that, you know, come back with the rabbits, and then I got a homeboy right now. If anybody look up Horatio, I think Horatio Reeves or something like that. It's Horatio like Horatio HO ratio. You know what I'm saying? Like, so y'all don't confuse y'all. HO ratio. And you look him up on Facebook, he'll show you 120 rabbits. He cleaning them all, popping the head off, ripping the skin, gutting them out, cutting it and nailing it to the tree and letting them hang. I'm talking about it's like you got the dog out there, you got the long stick, and you talk to the people. The people who work on the sugar mill company ain't nothing but your older uncle or your cousin. Them it's all family oriented, bro. So you watch and you raise little athletes from really what they need to do is go break them people off at the sugar cane mill who done let them boys out there run and build them athletes. They need to go break them boys off because they the real coaches. They can go coach the track team. I'm telling you. But that's where it's at, man. It's real out there. And rabbit tastes just like chicken.
Yeah, I ain't never had no rabbit.
I'll try some rabbit.
I ain't never had no rabbit.
But look how
I tried.
Man, Bama, you from Bama. Put a little hot sauce on it. Put a little hot sauce on it, man.
I try that mug, man. I tried. Shoot, I try that mug. But shoot, yeah, man, that's a good wrap up on the passion. The next thing we just want you to like highlight your business, man. Tell us about what you do, all the specialty cuts that you do and everything like that. We're gonna get your page on here. We're gonna shout it out. We're gonna get the people to really know G Da Barber and all the things he brings to the table.
Hey man, first things first, man. At G Da Barber on all platforms. I'm talking about Facebook, MySpace, YouTube, Spotify, Tinder, all that. I'm talking about at G Da Barber. Just at G Da Barber on anything and see what pop up. If you type in cuts CUTTZ BY_G on Instagram, that's where you can see a lot of my reels and highlights that I put up. You know, a lot of my pictures, whatever the case may be. Right now, I'm working with which one am I working with now? As far as in my service, Style Seat. There we go. I'm working with Style Seat as far as on my booking services. So if you type in G Da Barber on Style Seat from anywhere, you'll see everything that I got ranging on there. From off the top of the head, walk-in, same-day appointment services start at $50. Within that, you get the full-on echelon. You come out looking like me, better than me, half the time. Half the time, I can't even take care of me. But not only just that, if you book in advance, it's a regular fee of $40. But it also has other things that you can add on. You know, I offer massages, temple massages, hot towel services, facials. Not only that, I got beard treatments, scalp treatments, from shampooing and conditioning, deep conditioning, as well as the new things that's going to come on as soon as I finish up with school and graduate and receive the credentials to do the color enhancement, to where I graduate from doing just semis and demis to actually doing the permanents and getting into the waves and things of that nature. So I'm really advancing from just really just on the male side to kind of, you know, including more of the women. Got a lot of things working with them, not only just from shortcuts and designs, from different installs. And, actually, tell too many people, but tell everybody once I start doing it. I got the man units, man, coming in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask y'all boys how y'all feel about that, because that's really where a lot of people, man. I'm gonna let y'all boys know something. A lot of people sleep on certain jobs due to not being educated. Let's just say I started doing man units on one man a day, 5 days a week. For one man unit, and let's say I do the basic man unit, and then the basic man unit for me would be the man unit that lasts, let's say probably 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks max, with careful, you know, taking and handling. That install itself would range between $400 and $500. So if I did only one of those a day, right, we're talking about what, $2,500 a week, paying booth rent a month. Let's say I'm hitting on the low ball 500, but I'm at 25 a week. My G, by the end of the year, I make more than anyone who sits in my seat. And I'm talking about it could be anybody. If I'm not making more, I'm making just as much. So not only do I, see that and get excited in the business, but I see that and I try to influence others to, step out of the box, just not only within the business that I'm in, but within themselves as well. Like what you guys are doing. Like, do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And put your all into it, man, and receive the rewards of doing what someone else not necessarily maybe afraid to do, but just doesn't understand what they need to do. So definitely gonna push some more services coming out. I got a lot of designs on there too, man. Definitely check out the designs from freehand, abstract, a lot of things for the ladies, a lot of things for the men. Plus I got a lot of things for the youth coming out, man, real soon. And what you can expect from me, honestly, business wise, I'm gonna elaborate more into that, was the therapeutical, right? And I kind of gave a tease on the back end when I kind of introduced it, working with healthcare. But this is my idea. I'm not gonna say too much because I know you guys are famous with the podcast industry, and this is gonna be on Shade Room or some shit. I don't want nobody to steal that shit. But overall, with my idea, and therapeutical is I plan to create not only an environment, but the establishment where people can go in and receive services that's not just ideal to the normal hair treatment services, facial treatment services, but above and beyond, to where it can basically be a one-stop shop, a wallet world, if all in the same, to where you can go in and receive mental evaluations. And that's where I plan to tie in, the hint that what I was leading to earlier. And it don't just stop as far as into receiving the therapy, but it also dives into you ultimately coming in feeling one way and leaving ultimately relieved through all of your senses, mind, body, and soul. Going in depth, we all are gonna see once I invite, you all to come out to the grand showcase in 2025, so you all can set up and we do this thing live and we toast stuff on the podcast.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm gonna keep a few of those things under wrap, but that's just an idea, man. I'm really excited about it. I'm really like we mentioned earlier when O asked, as far as into dealing with the adversities and having to have a vision and where does it come from, man? It comes from people like you and me. You know what I'm saying? It comes from understanding the different pressures and adversities every day, and also knowing that, even through fire, there comes watered peace, So just trying to just build and establish that for people, man, that balance and that source of energy where they can go and feel released. And it's on its way.
Show, man, most def, man. Damn. You dropping gems on us today. I love it.
Like, look, for real, like people watching this, man, like, look, it all starts as a vision, bro. You can't be scared of the vision, bro. Like this podcast, like I said, I told this story to Mo. It was New Year's that one year. We were just bullshitting. This man pulled out his phone, started talking shit.
Yeah.
And I kind of said in my brain for 2 years, I'm like, bro, I could do a podcast with this man Mo. We just got to go ahead, buy some speakers, buy a camera, do what we gotta do, get rolling and shit. Here we are, we ain't got that many viewers yet, but shit, we rolling with it. We're gonna keep on building with it.
Hey, we growing. Shoot. Each week we growing, man.
Just like G said, he's taking one step at a time, you know what I'm saying? He's doing his school, opening up more services, you know what I'm saying? He's building. He got bigger plans for the future.
What you said, bro?
Take the necessary steps, bro.
Yes, you ain't gotta rush it all. Just take one step at a time. That's it.
And even when you feel like you're doing everything that you can, continue to do more because you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing.
That's
the fact, bro. When you feel like you overwhelmed, I deal with this all the time. I feel like, mind you now, everybody go check out my work, and if you think I'm lying, right up under my comments, you ask, and I'm gonna like it, and I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna like it, and I'm gonna follow you. And if you ain't asked, I'm gonna be like, you dick, you pussy, whatever you want to be. But if you titties, I'm gonna let you know you titties. You better be grand down. But real talk, cuts by G Da Barber. Look on anything I post, and it's passion in there, it's love in there. But all and through all, when I look at it, it comes down to something I did, and I don't have the 100,000 followers that I would like to have. I don't have the 1.1 mil that I see other people have. I don't have the fan base and the invites and the sponsorships and all that shit. But guess what? I'm prepared.
Yeah, you working towards it.
Let it come knocking at the door. I'm gonna answer.
Ready.
I'm gonna answer it before I get there. They gonna reach on that bitch, and that bitch gonna open like,
ooh,
hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I was expecting you. Sure. And that's all it is, man. Don't be sad and upset about the reality of it. You're just real. You're a real person. It's supposed to be like that. And if that right there alone influences you to stop and give up, you shouldn't have started this shit in the first place. You understand what I'm saying?
Real talk.
But if that triggers you off of what I just said, then you need to get on your shit. You need to get on your shit and keep going with it. Because it ain't no grinding. It's just the beginning.
Keep grinding. Yeah, man, we gonna have your page posted on everywhere, blasted page on here, make it easier for our listeners and subscribers to get to it, man. Because I'm telling you, man, a lot of people they might not believe what I say, but man, when I see what you be cutting, I see how you used to cut back here at U-Pike. I'm like, yeah, even he was good back here. He done got 10 times better. That's the crazy part. Because like you said, bro. Yeah, it ain't done, man. Ain't no way. It's always room for growth.
I ain't even got the tools yet. I just got the, you know what I'm saying? I just got the tools here, but it's
all gonna work, bro.
And I love that, and I appreciate that, bro. Like it's like I told you when you had wrote me in the message, bro. Regardless of anything. And it's what I told you, not what you told me. Remember what I told you? I was on your page. I was scrolling on your page, and I seen my work. And I said, boy, you know what? Boy, I love this. Because you ain't tagged me in it. You just posted it.
Nah, I just posted it.
It was like, bro, I love seeing shit like this. Because shit like this, not only does it humble me, dog, but I'm so thankful for it. You feel me? Because it gives me life, bro. It just let me know, like, somebody's out there. That's the extra motivation, bro.
Yeah.
One view from me, bro.
All love, man.
People look at it, bro. That's why I just say I'm so thankful and grateful, bro. I appreciate one view, and that one view might have came from me, but I'm so thankful for me that, hey, that's all I need.
That's all you need, bro.
You know
that's all saying? You need.
For real, dog.
Yep. Real. All love, man. But shoot, we gonna talk about a little sports. Talk about the sports week now. It's been a rough week, especially if anybody Oakland Raiders fans. Shoot, you done had a rough month. They done lost their head coach. They done lost one of their star receivers.
Ooh, and they just lost today.
And they lost today. Them Raiders ain't. Whew.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna speak a little bit on the Henry Ruggs situation. I mean, I ain't gonna say he wasn't in the wrong, but these people need to stop crucifying this man, bro. Because I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, it's sad. You know, shouts out. I give my condolences out to the family. You know, it was a life loss in this tragedy, and also a dog life. You know, some people they might look at that as huge. It's a dog though, but you know, we did lose a human life in this tragedy. And shoot, to be honest with you, you lost 2 lives, man. Because she lost her life, and as Henry Ruggs know it, he lost his, man. He's out of a job. He facing what, 40 years now, bro? That's, I mean, like, and these people, they crucifying him. I'm like, y'all act like y'all never drove drunk before. Y'all act like y'all been a saint. You know, it says in the Bible, man, he who was without sin shall cast the first stone. And everybody out here throwing damn boulders at this kid. I mean, he gonna pay his price. He's going to. It's already, they already talking about it. And he ain't gonna get off scot-free. And even if he was to walk away, who's to say like he wouldn't be dealing with that mentally, man? Like, he's still gonna pay a price either way. That's my whole take on the situation. Like, it's sad, it's tragic, it's crazy, but he got to make better decisions, man. 156 miles an hour, come on, bro.
Yeah, man. It's another thing too, man. Like, he from the country too, bro. I think he from Alabama. So, you know, you a 22-year-old cat out in Vegas, millionaire. You got sponsors, Adidas, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's a lot. Like, you know, people like me, we talk a lot of shit. Hey, man, if I'm in the league, you know, hey, I'm straight line, bro. I ain't doing nothing crazy that jeopardize shit. But when you finally step into them shoes, you got the millions of dollars as a 22-year-old, 23-year-old dude. Shit, that money and all that fame, that shit might mess with you a little bit. You know, I'm in Vegas. I might try to get me some females. You know, I might flip the switch a little bit. I never had that. You know what I'm saying? I never had that luxury.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
It's a little different. It's a little different. You got them O's in that bank account, boy.
You know what I'm saying? I was one of them folks used to talk about, hey, you know, I'm straight. I ain't wilding out if I go to the league, but I can't say that for real. If I see them M's in my account, bro, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Especially 22, 23, what? That's scary, bro.
Yeah. That shit tragic, though, for real.
For me, bro, for me speaking on it, man, I was 22 once, bro. You know what I'm saying? And damn, bro, I want people just to really understand life, you know, and not just understand life at the point of where they are. You know, understand life from that position. Put yourself in that position. No one would want to be in that position. First of all, no one would ever want to be in that position. To not only being the result of a car accident. A car accident alone, a fender bender alarms people. Type that shit in on Google. Look at the stress level that a fender bender arises on a daily basis. And I'm just going off the top of my motherfucking head with this. A fender bender. So to be going 100 and something miles, and I think I don't know all the facts, like residential neighborhood or some shit like that or something. Something, right? A street, something off of a highway, not a highway. You know how they make it. But
yeah, he wasn't at a highway.
So not only be doing that, and then have that happen, and then find out on the back end, not only are you fucked up, your life, your career, your body, but you damaged property. You murdered people, you know, a dog. And not only that, but you traumatized individuals. That's a lot to take in. Nobody is gonna want to walk in those shoes. So before you sit there and add more onto the journey that's going to come after those laces have to be tied, after just being pretty much shoes knocked off of your feet, but you still have to put those same shoes on and walking the same mile that's ahead of you coming on. Like, come on, man. We as people sometimes, we're given the ability. And that's why I feel like certain people shouldn't be given the authority, you know, because they use the authority as if they're given the audacity to just be God. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said earlier. That man was already now, if we really speaking on these terms, that was already written in stone that was going to happen. So his life is already defined. His time is already his time. So whatever happens to him is going to happen. But hey, man, while we have this time right now, let's just start making it a story. You know, let's understand that that's really somebody's reality. It's not just a story. Like when this story fades and it's out of the limelight for the people that it's good for right now, that's gonna be that man's back end. Like, so for me, when I look at it, bro, just speaking on it, within the censorship of, man, my heart go out to the kid, bro. My heart go out to the family first. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Because that could have been you, that could have been me. And honestly, that's just like if you was at his house and you leaving from recording a podcast, like, all right, bro, and vice versa. Or if we all was there, and I was like, I'm gonna catch y'all later. That could have been me that he hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Humbug. Or vice versa, we could have been leaving from an ordeal, boxing match at one of y'all house football game. I bet I lost. Goddamn, I'm a little upset, but I feel good when I drive fast a little bit to get some steam off. Like you said, man. The same people that's gonna make the decision about him driving drunk are gonna go out and celebrate probably within the midst of a few conversations that they're gonna have and have a few margaritas and martinis and shit like that. And you're gonna be under the influence, partially. And even if it's partially, it's fucking under it. So
you're still under it, yep.
So don't, like you say, don't sit there and grab a boulder and throw it at someone else, but request a pebble when it comes under your benefit. Like that's not right, dog. I don't fuck with that. But
exactly.
To get off of it in a good way, it's sad that we give people the ability to make an example out of us, but sometimes it's always good to have a bad example.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's always good to have a good bad example, bro. Just so that you can really be able to take in and understand that, hey, I can't fuck that shit up like that. Mm-hmm. I can't fuck it. You know?
Life can change in a split second, man.
For real. For anybody. Life can change.
For anybody. Yep. So we're gonna change it up, you know, because this week is a big week in the state of Florida. You know, got is it this week? Oh, them thunderstorms, them thunderstorm birds finna play them nose this week. Let me make sure, cause I think Florida State gonna shock the world.
Man, y'all damn.
You know I'm a Florida State fan.
Mike Novell don't know what the hell he doing. No.
Hey.
The only thing I like on Florida State is the golf team and the volleyball team.
Hey,
there you go.
Oh man, hey.
If it ain't the golf team or the volleyball team, I bet on everything else.
Hold on. Let me go see. Let me go see if we play out this week. Cause I know it's coming up. Oh, it's this week.
Last week. Yeah, the last
week. It's the 13th, 3:30, and they playing in Tallahassee. All right. Oh, you guys fighting for bowl eligibility.
Oh yeah. What about y'all?
Who that?
Nah, we 3-6.
Who fighting for bowl eligibility?
You Hurricanes.
Oh, okay. Hey, I don't know about them either. Ooh.
I was about to say, G, who you a fan of? Please don't say them Gators, bro. Please don't say them Gators, because if you say them Gators, we got a lot to talk about.
Well, open your mouth then, cause shit, I ain't got nothing but shit, open your mouth.
So you a Gator fan? What happened to South Carolina, man? What happened? South Carolina ain't been relevant since what? Marcus Lattimore.
That boy lost both his knees.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Jadeveon Clowney.
I take it that's who we played yesterday.
Yeah, they got smashed.
Okay, so first and foremost, let me just say that this is news to me. So I don't appreciate you bringing bad news to my doorstep. But with
40-17, bro. 40-17. I'm gonna lay it down.
That is terrible news to bring to someone's doorstep. So before you continue to bring more news, like if someone got hurt or anything, I'm gonna stop you right there. Let you know I don't like. I can't afford this paper. This paper costs, but I ain't got nothing for 50 cents. This seems like one of them dollar papers right here. I can't pay. But damn. let me just say this. Let me say this. Goddamn it. Our coach is a fucking. With all due respect, I'm trying to be like that guy who be tweeting that shit, that respectful and shit. So make sure you put a pound respectfully after what I say. With all due respect, our coach is a smart dumbass. Okay? The smartest dumbass I ever seen in my life, respectfully. And what I say by that is genius resume, right? On paper. But in the physical eye, I wouldn't ask this bitch to coach my Pop Warner Tutu team to a championship. If we had great players. If we had fucked up bullshit players, I'd tell him to go ahead and he'll fucking win. I just feel like because we got good players, that he don't know what the fuck to do. He's all over the place. You want to do this, you want to do that. I ain't even watched the game, but he probably did some fuck shit, like trying to do a quarterback shit at the wrong time, and goddamn the defense got estranged and tired in the second quarter, and by the third quarter it was over with.
Y'all got a talented roster.
All I know is that
they got a good roster too.
On offense and defense.
If we ain't lose our linebacker before we played Bama, we would have been in a better stand.
Mm-hmm.
Our middle linebacker was the key. They was running the shit out of that ball at the middle on third downs. In shit. But hey, Bama was a long time ago. We ain't been shit.
All I know is that Florida State is trying to play upset Kings because there ain't no way we can go to a bowl. Well, actually, we got to win out. But
said the career, dog.
We got to beat Miami this week. We got to beat Boston College next week. Then we play Florida the last week. You know,
so this
I like Boston, right? I like Boston College. They'll beat y'all by 3. I like y'all to be close. But with Miami, I like y'all to beat Miami by 5 points.
Oh, okay. Upset over Miami.
Upset. Just because. Now listen now. Just because y'all in Tallahassee.
Yeah, that will play a part. Especially Miami ain't been playing good this year too, bro. And you know that Miami ain't been playing good.
We've been winning the past couple weeks.
Y'all would. Yeah. I could say this though. We didn't have Jordan Travis this past weekend, which I think with him we might have won. I mean, not to take anything from McKenzie Milton, but McKenzie ain't the same since his knee surgery. Like he ain't as mobile as he used to be. Yeah, like I mean, he's still a good quarterback, but he ain't the same, you know. And then to be real, bro, we should have beat Clemson. We got robbed against Clemson.
I heard.
They called some bullshit pass interference calls on us late in the game, but it's alright. You know, one thing I can say, you know, I'm a diehard Florida State fan. It's been rough, but we look a little better, man. We look a little better. We shit. We competitive now. Boys out that speed. But yeah, we competitive now.
It's all good. Let's check it out. We're
But yeah, man.
We're gonna beat y'all on Saturday. We're gonna send y'all to Tallahassee, so y'all can go ahead and watch FAMU do their little thing in the SWAC, championship, whatever they do, because they'll be playing longer than y'all will be doing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no bowling for y'all. Y'all can be watching FAMU from the sideline across the street. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have fun with that.
Alright, bro. Hey, they gonna argue with a thunderstorm bird.
You know what's true? That's why you got quiet though.
I ain't finna argue with no thunderstorm bird, man.
Well, you know it's true. That's why you got quiet.
I'm just
We're watching Rattlers, dog. You know what I'm saying? They winning in Tallahassee. What y'all doing?
It really is.
Shit. Yeah, I was about to say, FAMU really is winning though.
They
That's
really
crazy.
happened. They fucked around and lost to JSU on some bullshit. And,
yeah, but
yeah, because I ain't gonna lie.
Other than that, they
really
balling.
fucked FAMU up in that game. Oh my god. Woo! That was horrible calling, but
shoot. But yeah, man. Yeah, knows we coming. Knows we coming. Oh nah.
Gee, man, we appreciate you for coming on. Hey Mo, it was good. It was a good ass episode, man. For real. Hopefully, the youngsters that watch it, all the guys we used to coach, man, they take something from it, man. Because shoot, it was a good ass episode. A lot of good gems, man.
A lot of gems, bro. You dropped them on us. We appreciate you coming on, man, and we appreciate all our listeners listening. We got G Da Barber on here. This is episode 6. Cuts by G.
You have me.
We here.
You see it.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody listening, tuning in. Either it be Apple, Spotify, what else we got? Anchor, RSSX, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Hey, we're gonna blast my brother's business out here, G Da Barber. You guys look him up. You ever in Duval County or anywhere, he'll pull up on you. Just give him some notice, Give him some notice.
My inbox. I when they say pull up anywhere, Alaska, Australia, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Aragadan. The shit I can't say, make me say it. Let's get there. Come on now, stop playing.
No, we out here.
Yes, sir.
Got what you want, got what you need.
For sure, man.
Yeah, man, we appreciate
Thank you for inviting me, bro. For sure.
For sure.
Oh, man, it was definitely great meeting you, boy. For sure, man. With that Florida love, baby. I see you, dog.
Oh, for real, man. Always,
bro. We always make that connect.
Hey, man, next time I catch y'all boys, man, I gotta make sure I get you in the tail, man. We gonna do the same thing in a different venue.
Bro,
hey, most definitely.
I'm gonna go to the crib and during the summer, so shit. I'm gonna link up, man. Get my hair done, bro. Yeah.
Shoot. I'm gonna be back in the crib Thanksgiving, and then back in December. So yeah, I'm gonna be back in Orlando. So I'll be back down there.
Touch up with me, bro.
For sure. Always. Hey, we appreciate everybody listening and tuning in. This is episode 6, the Head to Head podcast. You got your boy Mo right here. I got my brother over there. You've been tuning in with G Da Barber, episode 6, y'all. We appreciate you. One love. Have a good week.